It's your boy AMC, the creature, your spiritual teacher, here to reach you and pull you out of darkness. Now look, check it out. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm going to go to the gym. But I need to hit y'all with this because I get the spiritual awakening on semen retention. You understand? I'm on Instagram, scrolling through IG, and bro, it's like I'm not even mad at women, but like, like the overly sexualized, like the over sexualization is crazy, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I'm looking at girls I know and shit like that from the past, and just looking at them like, yo, like you are like, I'm not saying Jezebel or nothing like that, but they definitely overly sexualized. Like it's really ridiculous. Like at first, like, and it's crazy because when you not on SR or whatever, you're not on semen retention, and you just doing your thing or whatever, you don't really peep. Like you peep a little bit, when the woman is promiscuous, but it's not even a promiscuous woman anymore. Like, yeah, they obvious. Like you gonna get it from them. Like you gonna notice, like, okay, they obviously like a little bit overly sexualized. But when you start noticing the girls who you used to think was modest, bro, and you could tell like yo, she kind of like a little too promiscuous, and then on top of that, like the women is gonna come out the woodwork, bro. Like you gonna be tested on this journey, bro. Oh, if you think it's sweet, it's not gonna be sweet. Like, thank God I done had my share of women out here. You know what I'm saying? I done did my thing, but at the same time, like I'm not even right now. I'm at that stage. I'm like I said, I'm like 30 plus days in, and I'm starting to get really turned off by a lot of women. Like, and it's not even. I'm not even blaming them. I'm just blaming myself. Like, as you go up in vibration, your perspective changes because you was thinking at your lower self. Now you rising up, so it's gonna be a difference in the way you seeing it, and the way I'm seeing it is different. Like I'm like, yo, these women is really out here to steal your energy. Like no cap, like they coming for your energy, bro. Like I don't know what else to say. Like and like you gonna be attacked, bro. Like I realized like even when it's like, cause you're gonna be hit by urges. So that's one form of attack. It's an attack. Then you gonna be hit by like sadness, emotional, like feeling emotionally low. Because think about it, if you feel low now, it's gonna be easier for you to relapse because you already at a lower state. You don't feel like as good as you could. Like so, you're gonna be easy to sway. You see what I'm saying? So y'all, I just wanted to come, what I'm saying, give y'all some update, little grace, you know what I mean, little bit of motivation for all my boys that's on semen retention right now. If you want no smoke journey, if you want just self improvement in general, like keep your guard up and keep watching people that keep you motivated, because another thing you're gonna get too is complacent. Like that's what I had to watch out for too, because you think like, okay, boom, you like, all right, when you first start, you really in it, right? And then as time goes on, you start getting a couple accolades here, you start getting a little more money here, you start getting a little more here, and guess what? Now you feeling like, oh, I'm cool now. No, that's exactly the game. Like the game is to make you feel comfortable, so that once you feel content and comfortable, you fall right back into the trap, and then boom, once you get in that trap, bro, you know how it go. Like once you, not necessarily saying once you relapse, you back in it, because you could relapse, quote unquote, with a good woman, and then you build a relationship with her. But I'm not even talking about that. Or you can even have sex and not release. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like once you, all right. So now let's say you mess with a chick, you relapse, then you go back to smoking, then you go back to drinking, then you go back to just being in the mix of all of the stuff that brought you down to the lower vibration in the first place, and that could take years, bro. take it from me, from experience. Like I've went on journeys. Not I've never been on semen retention journey this long, but I've went on self improvement journeys. And the moment you, it's like the moment you go back, it's almost harder to get back up, because what happens is it's similar to what happens is you're gonna, once you fall back now and you get back into your old cycles, it's like your old cycles is trying to make up for all the lost time. So like, let's say you go a year without smoking, right? And then you start smoking, and of course it's gonna be hard, because you're gonna be like, damn, why was I doing this shit every day? But then let's say you start getting back in the routine of it, now you're gonna go hard. You're gonna be smoking more than you were smoking before you even stopped, because now your cycles is trying to go like your get back to the center, your old center, and then pass it. So you're gonna smoke more. Like you're gonna be like, yo, why am I going this crazy? And I feel like it's the same thing with sex and all that on this semen retention journey. It's like once you start messing with the chicks again, you start popping out again, you're gonna go harder, because now you got the glow, you got more room to fall. And I know people who done lost mad weight go through the same thing. They lose weight, then they start eating because they feel like they can, because they lost weight, and now they get back to the huge weight they was. You see what I mean? So in order to beat that, I feel like the internal work has to be done. You could do the exterior work, which is just actions and all that, but the internal work, meaning like the meditations, um, constantly challenging yourself, journaling, writing stuff down, and I'm not perfect, y'all. Like I'm not perfect at all, no shape or form. Like I'm getting better and I'm learning every day. I feel like I'm supposed to learn all of this, and to where it will be second nature right now, but it's not. Like I'm still learning every day. So don't look at people's videos and think that, oh, they just got it all together, or they got it down. Nah, they probably learning too, but they just telling you the things that they would tell themselves, or they're just telling you their experience. So this just from my experience, but I know the internal work is just as important as the external work. So you could say, oh, I want to go to the gym and I want to do this and that. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna benefit you. But also do the internal work that's gonna make the affirmations, the meditations, the feeling of gratitude, being thankful, giving, all of that stuff, bro. That helps your internal work, and that makes your journey last. Cause you could go a year on semen retention. You could go 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then you be right back outside. You be right, cause now you got a glow, so you shining. So now you just start running through chicks. You start going out. You going out more. You going heavy. You partying crazy and all that. And now you falling back further into the cycle again. You feel me? So you gotta definitely be cognizant of everything you're doing, um, and just be careful and wary. But what I can say though, my perception of women, like it was like this, like the second week I was starting to feel like this, and then it went away, and then now it's like I'm getting back to it. I'm like, yo, like I almost don't even want to get on Instagram, because it's like it's really a turn off, bro. You're gonna be turned off. Like you're gonna be like, yo, all of these women, like nobody's modest anymore. Everybody's kind of like overly sexualized, like, and you could see it in their eyes. Like that's the thing about it, bro. You could see like the lust in their eyes, and it don't be like attractive. Like it'd be like a thirst or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like if you want some more attention and you know what I'm talking about, comment down below, man, if you know what I'm talking about. But it's like you could look at women and just be like, yo. And even with men too, like I be around, like you could just hear them, like when we see something nice and we just like, oh damn, like she look good, blah blah. And you just be like, bro, like calm down, like she straight, but like calm down, like why you so thirsty? Because it don't be them, bro. I'm telling you, like you start realizing like these energies that we dealing with are like, I don't want to get too, into spookism or nothing like that, but I feel like these energies are not necessarily demons or nothing like that, because that's a strong word, but these energies are affecting us, and it's not necessarily us. Just like how if you meditate, you learn you're not your thoughts. Well, you're also not necessarily your emotions. So then where are they coming from? They're being projected on you. So you're being projected, these emotions are being projected through you, and you're choosing to respond to them. And then once you choose to respond to them, you're no longer moving in the action that you would move if you were in your center. So then that's when I'm just seeing, like, most people aren't really paying attention, or they're not aware of their feelings. So they think that the emotions that they're feeling are them, but usually it's through an outside source that's making it that way, or an internal source. You know what I mean? It's just like somebody that eats all the time and they can't stop eating. They can't stop eating. It's probably because they got a parasite that's pulling on them, that wants them to eat sugar and that wants them to eat certain things. So naturally, they're going to be addicted to this and that, and they don't even know why. It's because internally they got parasites, something that's using their body to live off the energy that they put inside of it. Same thing, I think, sexually. Like, you can have sexual parasites. Like, you can be overly stimulated, so now you just want to have sex with every single thing because it's some sort of energy that's feeding off of that lust. And when you step away from it during semen retention, you could kind of see it like like the veil gets lifted a little bit as far as what you deemed sexually appropriate or what you deemed as okay, because you were so desensitized to it. Now, bro, it's like when I get on Instagram, I be kind of disgusted, like, with women, like, and I'm not somebody that was super lustful anyway. I've never been like the lustful type. If you know anything about zodiacs, I'm a Virgo, so we kind of always naturally got like a purity to it, just because like the virgin, blah blah. But anyway, it's another story for here and there. But so I've never been super overly lustful. I've been lustful. Don't get me wrong. I didn't. Come on now, fellas. I'm not saying I ain't. I've had my fair share of post nut clarity. You be like, cause you so thirsty, you to do something, and then you do it, and you like, why did I do? You know, I didn't had my fair share. So I'm not saying that I'm holier than now. I'm just saying, like, I know it's men that are more lustful than me, and I've looked and but I've also know how it feels to go down that path. And bro, like I'm just looking like, what was I? Not even what was I thinking back then. Just looking at today, like, some of these women is not really. But also, and this is my last point I'm gonna make. You will start to notice the women who are actually angelic too. Like, not everybody just even like, cause the overly lustful almost comes off as like evil. I don't even know how to put it. It's just not. It just don't look good. Like, it just looks bad. So then you see the women who are more modest, who are more calm, who are more, and you like, oh, okay. Like, I see the good in, like, the good in that. You see what I mean? Like, you realize, like, oh, okay, that's a good thing right there. That's not like a negative. You know what I'm saying? It's not overly sexualized. She's not overly like that. That issue is not her issue now. But you might see other things like, I don't know, you can see in her eyes maybe she's sad, or maybe she's from somebody that struggles with depression or something like that. Okay, you know, that's life, but you won't see just super lust. Like, she doesn't look like she's just overly sexualized. Everything that she does is about sex or about attention or about draining somebody's energy. You know what I mean? So, man, the semen retention journey, dog, is really a journey. Like, every time I think, I'm like, all right, I'm leveling out. You feel me? I'm pretty much at my precipice. I didn't reach the climax. Like, it's starting to even out. I get boom, hit with a new download. Boom, hit with a new vibration. Boom, hit with a new source of information. Like, so that's why I'm just coming to y'all and letting y'all know, man. I'm gonna be more active with this because I wanna share more about like different things. But this definitely has been opening my eyes, man. Like, shout out to everybody that's on this journey. Shout out to everybody that's going through it. And if you this is officially my last point. I keep saying it. My last point. If you relapse, bro, just know I got a video about smoking. When I say relapse is a part of recovery, I feel like it's the same thing with this. Like, only reason my willpower has been up for me to go, this is my first time doing semen retention, but I've already went 30 plus days at this point. And the only reason I've made it this far is because I built my willpower up through not smoking, through not drinking, through not going out, fighting the urges to do the things that I like to do. and not chasing pleasure. So therefore my willpower builds up. It's like a battery. Like the more you deny yourself for the things that you like and crave, you're gonna go through different types of withdrawals. And but as you're going through those withdrawals, you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. The withdrawals is basically like your body's craving it, craving it, craving it. But as you beat it, and as you beat the withdrawals, you get stronger and stronger and stronger, and your willpower fills up that battery to the point where it gets to the point where most of the things you want to do, you can, because you've built up the willpower and the strength to do it. If you don't have the strength to do it, you're gonna do things like relapse. But when you do relapse, the way to get through the relapse is, number one, pay attention to why you relapse, and pay attention to how you feel while you're relapsing. Like if I was to mess with a chick tomorrow and it was a good situation, it was a cool situation, I say, you know what, I'm just gonna have sex. I'm gonna go ahead and release. Even if I did have sex, I probably wouldn't release. But if let's say I just did, hypothetically, I would pay attention to how I felt before, how I felt when I met her, how I felt while we was doing the act, how I felt once the energy left, how I felt after the energy left, and then how I felt like after all of the, like after the whole event happened. Like how do I feel? And once you do that, then you'll be able to know like whether you was on a good journey or it really wasn't really that effective. Like, or if you've had enough energy to where you can lose a little bit and still be good. Because I'm pretty sure if you do it for 365, bro, you put in 365 days of Zimmer attention and you release one time, you're not gonna feel the same way you felt when you was doing it every day, 2 times a day, or when you was just sexually addicted, you was having sex every single weekend, different chicks and all of that. Like, or you was doing both. You had a girlfriend you was having sex with constantly, and you was still masturbating on the side. And my boy, I done been through all 3 of those things. I done did all of this, so I know the levels. Like, and I know that the energy builds up. So if you release a little bit, it's not gonna be completely depleted as if you were starting from a completely empty tank. You know what I mean? So that's all I had to tell, man. It's already been a long video, but I just feel like I had to come in here and let y'all boys know, give y'all some motivation to keep going, stay strong, stay powerful. And this is your boy AMC, the Creature, your spiritual teacher, checking out, here to pull you out of darkness, and we gone.